Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 821, Doubleshot number 715. Like I said in the last episode, one IDW, one DC trade. Let's talk with DC trade first, and it is Flash Rogues Captain Cold. I do have a theory of why this particular trade was made by DC Comics, because the Batman Arkham trades are apparently bestsellers, and because people love the Flash villains anyway, so I guess DC figured, okay, why not do something similar with the Flash Rogues? Except this is very thin. I mean, this is how thick the book is. It's not very long, and those of you a little curious though, what the heck does this book contain? Well, it contains Captain Cold's first appearance from Showcase number 8, and his other appearances he made from the years from Flash Volume 1, number 150, Flash Volume 2, number... Actually, it's not Volume 2 yet. It's Flash number 1, Flash 150, 297, Volume 2, number 28, Volume 2, number 182, Flashpoint Citizen Cold number 1, Flash Volume 4, issue number 6, Flash Volume 5, issue 17, and the Secret Files with just one page. The writing for these stories. Okay. The first one is done by his creators, John Broome and Carmine Infantino. Yeah, Carmine Infantino. I mean, when you think of this guy, you think of like a lot of... The first villain you tend to think of was Verse Flash. But yeah, he also created Deadman. He created Captain Cold, obviously. I talked a little bit about him with last time I saw Neil Adams, but the guy was a fantastic artist, and Neil Adams does remember him. I don't know if he's actually worked with him, but he does remember him. And Carmine Infantino does the first like 3 stories in here, doing the artwork. The writing for Flash 50 is done by the late Gardner Fox. Flash 297 is done by Cary Bates. Flash Volume 228 is done by Willie Messler-Loebs and artwork by Greg LaRucca. And 182 of Volume 2 is done by Jeff Johns, artwork by Scott Knoll. And Scott Nolan's does the writing and artwork for Flashpoint Citizen Cold. Flash Volume 4, number 6 is written and drawn by Francis Maple and Brian Bucciolo doing the co-writing it. Josh Williamson, of course, is the current writer of Flash. He does the writing for Flash 17 with Carmine Di Camicado, Divine Greenface, and Neil Google, who does Flash 17 of the current volume, and of course Jeff Johns, Scott Knowles does the issues. Yeah, simply put, this is basically a lot of like Captain Cold standalone stories, all of them except for one, the Citizen Cold story. I don't know why they just threw in just the first issue. It probably wouldn't affect the trade if they threw in the other 2 issues, but they didn't. I'm still curious though. Okay, you're going to throw in the first issue of Citizen Cold, but not issues 2 and 3? That makes no sense at all, because it's about Captain Cold. Throw in the other 2 issues in there. It's not going to hurt the damn trade. Yeah, and they don't throw in like his appearances that he's made, like when he's worked with the Rogues. It's just basically him by himself. That's what these issues are. Except for the last 2, we worked with the Rogues. My guess is it's the best Captain Cold stories, which I do agree, they are really good stories. I would have thought they would throw in the story would have had Captain Cold team with Heatwave. That was a really good story. As a matter of fact, the cover for the issue was actually homage in an episode of Flash Season 1. So yeah, you know what I can play about this thing? Too short. Yeah, it's really short of a trade. I got through this thing pretty quickly. But the stories in here are really good. I'm going to give this book a 9.5 out of 10. I just kind of wish this was a little more thicker than this. I was kind of expecting it to be the same size as the Batman Arkham trades, but no. Let's make them like this for some reason. And this is probably the only one I can think of that's been made, despite the fact there are other Flash villains who are also well deserving of this thing. If I would have thought of any other villain besides, the only reason why I think Captain Cold was made first, because he's Jeff Johns' favorite Flash villain. Though for me, my personal favorite Flash villain is Reverse Flash. Yeah, I would love to see stories featuring... I would love to see his really good stories featured in the trade. Yeah, I want to see him. not much of a Golden Gladiator. There's not a lot of lot of stories here on their own. I would say definitely Reverse Flash, Heat Wave. Like I would even want to see like a lot of like the Rogue Champ stories, because whenever Rogues work together, it's a really interesting story. Yep. All right. Next up, it is Optimus Prime Volume 3, which collects issues 11 to 14 of the ongoing series. The First Strike one-shots for Transformers and Optimus Prime. Things start, and everything here is written by John Barber. Yep, artwork by Guido Gudai, Andrew Griffith, Levi Ramadal, and Priscilla Tomatano. Yeah, that's the thing with artists. Half the time you can't really pronounce their names. Yeah, the First Strike one-shots, I kind of covered these already. It's just basically what was going on for these two books, while it's basically their tie-ins to the event. And at least Optimus Prime does take part in it. In the case of Optimus Prime itself, it's like the issues themselves don't really feature him. Like the first three don't feature Optimus Prime, despite being the title character of this ongoing series. He's nowhere to be seen. It's mostly set on Earth without him, and because of the events of First Strike, the Transformers on Earth know nothing about what happened on Cybertron. Also, it's revealed in here in the final issue that RC is the twin sister of Galvatron. No, seriously, that's what John Barber did. I'm not surprised he did that, because after all, if you look at like a lot of the Transformer comic books published by IDW, yeah, like I would say about a good 70% of them are written by John Barber himself. He never written every single Transformer comic book there ever was. He wrote a good chunk of them, so I'm not surprised he did this retcon. And one thing I also appreciate this book doing is throwing editorial notes like what happened in, they mentioned what happened here, what happened in First Strike number 6, the first issue Transformers versus the Visionaries, which in that miniseries they killed off Cup, which I'm still curious why in the world would the writer kill off Cup, especially since he was a well-established character. And Action Man's in here as well, which is nice. Oh yeah, and it's also very heavily implied that Action Man is attracted to RC. No, seriously. And Cup makes a joke, it was like, she's 12 million years older than you, and she's made metal. And I'm sure Axeman is like, I don't care. Yeah, the way that the first Cup thing she's in, it's kind of like it's done from a interview perspective. It's like, you focus on one character and he's just talking. They did this also, it's not the first comic I've seen do this. I believe Bendis has run for New Avengers did this as well during the Fear Itself tie-ins. But this itself is really good. I really enjoy these issues. And, oh yeah, and also, Flint. Man, John Barber writes him be way overprotective of a daughter who happens to be the Earth representative. Yeah, he's the father of the character Melissa Fairborn, who at one point was the head of the Earth Protection Agency. And now she's Earth representative. And she doesn't like the fact that her own dad is her bodyguard. Yeah, she hates that. Yeah. Kind of explains how bad their relationship is when it comes to that. Especially since Flint is very protective of his daughter. Unknown if her mother is Lady J, because a lot of times when they depict Flint, he's usually in a relationship with Lady J. Unknown if it is, but I wouldn't personally mind it. It's a really interesting, nice move for him to do. I give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. It's really good. Right? So, that's it for this review. Stay tuned for my next one, which I'm doing right after this one. It'll be 2 Spider-Man trades, and that'll be episode number 822 and Doubleshot number 716. Okay? To see you there. Bye.